Meta gets into NFT space. Messenger Kids launches digital literacy program. Instagram will reduce reach of hate and bullying posts. Meta integrates WhatsApp into workplace, and TikTok brings back creepy function. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 26 January 2022. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing. Get your very own corporate website built from as low as $100 with Virtual Palace Marketing today. Terms and conditions apply. The platform is super easy to use and easy to maintain, and it comes with a state-of-the-art security. Drop us an email at admin@virtualpalace.com for a free discovery session. My name is Sean.
And I'm Jay.
Welcome back, Jay.
It's, honestly just that 1 week that not having Social Media Weekly, I started fidgeting, started having seizures for a bit. I couldn't.
Seizures. I have a sneaky suspicion our listeners are also missing you as well. The funny half of Social Media Weekly.
I mean, more like the dumb one.
No, not at all.
All right.
In any case, so let's get to the news. Meta gets into NFT space. The company said that, when I was writing this thing, I just realized that 4 out of 5 of today's news is about Meta or Facebook, Meta, right? So I guess this is 95% Meta news and 5% TikTok news. All right, let's get back into it.
Meta is taking over a lot of things, and there's so much things that's oh my goodness. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of TikToks and their updates.
Yeah.
Yo, ridiculous.
They're launching a lot of news at the same time. Meta gets into NFT space. The company said that Facebook and Instagram will soon allow users to display their NFTs as profile pictures, similar to what Twitter is doing with Blue subscribers. On top of that, Meta also wants to build a marketplace for users to mint and trade their NFTs. This, in our view, is part of Meta's greater plans to bring NFTs into the metaverse. Makes sense, right? I mean, you're building a metaverse, and then you want people to trade artwork and everything in there. So start doing NFTs now lah.
I mean, yeah, it's about time they actually got into the NFT space. But my question is, how is the transactions going to be like? Are they still going to use crypto, or maybe are they going to use their own crypto?
Remember FacePay?
Guys, so keep your eye out.
Seriously, Facebook is still trying to slot their FacePay in there, right? And they're finding ways to sneak it in there anyhow. So if this is the way to do it, then this is the way to do it.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They might be. They're already planning to use FacePay for all the trading and purchases for NFTs on on Facebook and Instagram platforms.
Yeah.
I guess I'm happy about it, because it'll be so much more easier. But there's so much things that you have to look into it. So some certain things when you purchase an NFT, for an example, you go to places like OpenSea and stuff like that. You have your gas fees and all of that when you make a purchase. Even hopping into the space itself, there is some fees that you have to pay. So I'm wondering, how are they gonna play around with that?
Speaking of gas fees, right? One of the thing that people have to pay in order to play is the Ethereum platform, right?
Correct.
Because the one that charges the gas fee is Ethereum itself. I don't think Facebook would want to let someone take money out of it. I mean, if they want, because they're fully invested in this and they don't want to be half-hearted. And they're not half-hearted means that they will not work with anybody. So there's a chance that they might just build their own blockchain platform, and then they will charge the mileage.
I guess probably then they would just be putting in, people will just be in the platform longer itself. That would make much more sense if they did that, instead of having another third party, you want to go make payments and stuff, transactions is going to be an issue. So FacePay,
FacePay. So imagine this, right? Mileage, you get a transaction, and then for currency exchanges, you also get a transaction as well. Wow. The metaverse, you use the metaverse and it's free. It is free to get into the metaverse, but for everything else, there is MasterCard. No, there is FacePay.
FacePay. All right, with that upcoming news, okay, people who are having children or children that is growing up right now, not to worry when they join in social media platforms, because right now, Messenger Kids launches digital literacy program. This idea will change lawmakers' view on having a kids version of messaging and social media platform. Messenger Kids just launched an initiative that will help kids learn and practice how to make healthy decisions online, stay safe, and build resilience. There are multiple little games. For an example, there's one where the kids check out the review page of a sandwich shop, and they will help the owner to comb through the reviews and match correct online responses to each review. So think of it like you have like a burger shop and you have this bunch of kids like, hey, this comment is not nice. Scrape it off. Let's
Yeah.
put in the better comments.
Yes.
It's good. I love this. I absolutely love this because for me when they said Messenger Kids, I was like a big no. Then after I read about it, like, okay, wait, I think this could work. This could actually set a good direction or good course for the upcoming generation that is gonna be most likely online 24/7. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yes, exactly.
So that's the best part about it. So here they will learn how to recognize kind and unkind behaviors and learn how to use blocking and reporting tools. Okay, let me finish this, then I'll tell you a story. The game also rewards kids for taking time of thinking before offering a response. This conditions them to think before replying to any posts and comments. So, the story is, I knew someone that, with the whole messaging and stuff like that. I knew this individual that had a kid, and she was such a bubbly kid in reality. But at one point of time, they got a call from the principal saying that there were so much issues here and there, and we realized that when we took her phone away and we saw the amount of the messages that was in and the nasty comments that was happening, okay, I'm a bit worried for that. Kids these days are having those kind of stuff. There was one insult that I heard, you were a broken condom. Yo, where are you getting this kind of insults? Hey, I love dark humor and I like it, but coming from a kid, okay, chill, relax. It's a bit too much,
I actually totally agree with you because I think the internet is hiding a lot of things from the parents.
Yep.
A lot of things that the kids are doing and interacting with each other and consuming from the parents. And I think we can't continue to have this. I believe that YouTube did not even try to filter the information. Even on YouTube Kids, you get a lot of weird content, right? The other day I was watching this spin-off of Pepe the Pig, and it is trippy as heck, right? It's like it's got really weird subliminal messages going on, and those kids are my friends, nephews and nieces, right? They prefer to watch that version compared to the original Pepe the Frog or Pepe the Pig. So that is how twisted it is, and
Honestly, that's very alarming though. That's
Yeah,
very alarming.
there needs to be a lot more control. There needs to be a lot more I guess system that has to be put onto how kids are consuming social media. And I like this thing with Messenger Kids because what is happening is that it is being converted into an educational program.
Yes.
They learn and it's fun because they get to play little games, and these games teach them how to interact with each other, how to be nice to each other, how to spot the bullies, and how to block and report them.
Exactly.
And also they reward you for taking time off before responding to a bad comment. And
It's
that's-
good. It's the essential meaning of how last time, when young time our parents always said this to us, think twice before you say something because what you say might affect somebody else. And because right now we are going through it's a big change. Okay, let's just compare a decade or 2 decades ago, or the comparison between now and then, it's damn big. And right now, since we're moving mostly to the online realm, I think this is a very good approach. I absolutely love this because the upcoming generations needs to be educated, but probably how they are educated is a different way, and this is one of the ways.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, fantastic what they're doing. Like, finally, this is one thing that I wholeheartedly approve and support.
Yes. Same here. And I believe that if Facebook and Meta continues to proactively create platforms like this for the kids, if they lay all these things down with Instagram Kids, right? Like Instagram, we did talk about it, and all lawmakers did not agree to Instagram for kids because of a lot of things. If Facebook and Meta says this is our roadmap, this is the things that we're going to be doing, right? I think it will change the mind of all these lawmakers. Lawmakers will be saying, okay, you know what? I think this makes sense now, right? And adults, no matter who you are, right? Whether you're family or friends or whatever, or maybe you can only allow up to 10 connections with people who are above a certain age. So you can only connect with your parents, maybe your uncle, auntie, that's it, no more. So you are not exposed to the open world.
Okay.
And it's used as an educational platform. And only after you reach a certain age, then you are exposed to the adult version of those apps.
I mean, like, it's fully justifiable, you know. It's like how we all went from primary school to secondary school, you know, that kind of, it's low-key kind of, that kind of concept.
Yep. Next up, Instagram will reduce reach of hate and bullying posts.
Nice.
If posts are found to contain elements of bullying, hate speech, or may incite violence, Instagram said they will soon be shown lower in the news feeds and stories of their followers. How they know if a content contains such messages is based on previous content that already broke the rules, which means that they already have a set of criteria to match what a bullying, hate speech, or inciting violence is, and then based on that, which they have learned, they will apply the same rule to all these new content. So this is a good effort. The first thing is, it will not eliminate the reach. That means the reach will still be there. But what they do is, they say that they will reduce the reach, which is essentially shadow banning. Shadow banning is not really banning. That means that your account is not banned and your content is not removed. Just that people can't see what you're talking about, or less people see it. Yeah. So they're actively applying this onto Instagram right now. I believe it's a good reactive effort, but I think that there also is a thin line between disagreement, bullying, and misinformation that even companies like Meta cannot control. Because when does it stop becoming a healthy discussion and disagreement and it turns into misinformation and bullying?
Correct.
Right?
Very true.
Let's say both of us can disagree on something, but if the argument gets heated, but it's just for the sake of an argument, it gets heated, but it doesn't get personal. So how does Meta know that this is a discussion and it is not spreading misinformation, or it's not bullying?
That this is exactly what was playing in my mind. So you see, like right now with Instagram, when it used to be a more photocentric platform, so maybe with captions wise, because the thing is, some things that we say, a matter of tonality can change the whole direction to it, you know. So with this, maybe it's gonna be a lot of issues for me. First thing that comes into my head, like individuals, Instagrammers, that is going to be affected a lot, which are mainly comedians, because some certain things that they say is a bit more controversial and it may sound offensive, but it's coming from a comedic sense of view, like that kind of sense. So I think Instagram needs to find a way how to get that sweet spot of knowing what is hate and bullying and what is humor, because right now, let's just admit the fact we are living in an age whereby it's not a matter of you being grammatically correct, it's more of you being politically correct.
Yep.
So that's an issue as well that I think that they will be facing a lot.
Yeah, these are all really, really valid points, and I think it's a kind of problem which in my opinion, I don't think it's necessarily Meta's job to figure out. I think there needs to be a regulatory body, if not locally in a country or the US or whatever it is, it probably should be international.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, I think it's a lot bigger than just one company to handle.
Yep.
That's,
I
that's
mean,
just what
like
I'm
it's
saying.
too much because there's a lot of filtering that needs to be done for this. I mean, like how many users are there? And there's millions of posts every single day. So Instagram needs to figure something out from there.
Yep.
All right. So work people, you're gonna love this. Meta integrates WhatsApp into workplace. After how long? I mean, like they took quite some time. Finally, like suddenly, like, oh, you know what? Let's make WhatsApp into workplace.
Right, like all of a sudden it's like, hey, why did we think of this, right?
Like, bro, Microsoft all did it way before you. Why now? You should have done it earlier. Make our lives way much more easier. All right, it has been a long time, but Meta finally brings WhatsApp into the overall workplace ecosystem. This makes a lot of sense since many corporations also communicate with internal and external stakeholders via WhatsApp. And since WhatsApp is owned by Meta, it all should work together seamlessly. That's what I think. But knowing Meta, there's always hiccups here and there. It is bound to have problems.
I think maybe the issue is that legacy, because WhatsApp was bought over by Facebook, and WhatsApp has a
Correct.
different structure and legacy, and I think end-to-end encryption is a problem as well for them.
Yep.
Working end-to-end encryption up is a struggle, and I guess they sorted that out, and they finally reached a point where WhatsApp can be moved around here and there, because right now your desktop version of WhatsApp can actually run without your phone being around.
Yep, correct.
So they found a way to actually have a cloud version of all your messages and make it still be end-to-end encrypted as well. Technically, they learned to be more Telegram lah, because Telegram has had this for a very long time, right? So
Alright.
they learn from Telegram lah, essentially. But it's nice because now if someone is on Facebook Workplace, they can also access their WhatsApp chats, and they can like move all the chats in and out seamlessly.
Yo, but that's the thing. I mean, like, I'm so glad that finally, because since WhatsApp is like literally used in our daily life, like
Yeah.
even earlier also we were messaging through WhatsApp. It happens. So it's a good step forward. But I'm just wondering, how is the layout going to be like? Is it going to be the same? Is there going
I
to
think
be
it'll
any
be the same.
changes?
I think it'll be the same. So one of the reasons why companies like to use Facebook Workplace is the IT department does not need to teach people how to use the platform, because
Correct.
it's exactly the same as Facebook, same layout. So everybody who knows how to use Facebook will know how to use Workplace, and everybody who knows how to use WhatsApp will know how to use WhatsApp, right? So
Yep.
it's very easy to pick up. The reason why our company has not picked it up is because I don't want to use Facebook for everything.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. But the thing is, for me, in my head, like right now, I'm thinking just like probably, I mean, if they're talking about workspace, if they're gonna use the same layout and everything, so I'm just hoping that they are able to segment out difference, like for an instance, casual, work, and personal and stuff like that. So at least when is like your messages are coming from your workplace or messages coming from your like your casual contacts and stuff like that. So I hope they actually make those kind of like segments to it.
Yeah.
It'll be way
That's
much more
actually-
easier.
That's actually a good thought. And if you are guys from Meta and you're watching this, Jay thought it out, and you gotta
don't-
give us a
don't-
little bit of credit lah.
Don't forget us, okay? We all love you guys lah. Sometimes you guys
Yes.
are a bit annoying, but we still love you.
We love you for all the bad things that you bring to the world. And the good
Correct.
things. Okay, let's go on to the one topic that is not about Meta, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp,
Finally.
which is TikTok. TikTok brings back creepy function. TikTok used to have a feature where it allows users to see who viewed their content and check out their profile. I never knew this existed because last year they removed it. So the initial purpose was for users with shared interests to discover each other. Makes sense lah, right?
Okay.
You see someone check out your post or your content, then you go and check out their profile. So it's kind of a bit like,
Loki, it
Have you ever
reminds me of
used-
LinkedIn. Like
Yes.
somebody checked out my profile.
it's a LinkedIn feature. And did you use Friendster before?
No, never. I only
Oh.
I only managed to use MSN. That was the closest that I had.
Okay, MSN is a chat platform, right? So, but Friendster is essentially Facebook before Facebook came about. It is like it literally is Facebook literally copied everything from Friendster, and then made things better. So Friendster used to have this little section where you can see all the people who have viewed your profile. So it's kind of like reverse stalking lah. People stalk you, then you reverse stalk them, so you
Who
know
saw
who's
my
interested with you
profile
and
lah?
things like that.
Ah.
Yeah, these kinds of stuff. And TikTok brought this in, and then last year they removed the feature because there are various investigations into data sharing processes and several high-profile cases of TikTok stalkers causing real-world problems for platform stars. So yeah, it's got really out of control. Just last week, they brought this feature back in as an opt-in, so which means that you need to enable it manually. If not, then you don't get this feature. Perhaps they think users who don't want to be stalked would not have the feature turned on. I believe that for every feature, there are good values to be extracted, and also negative repercussions, because not everybody is kind-minded or goodwill,
Correct.
right? Someone out there is definitely out to, they want to burn the whole world down. So
Very true.
yeah, maybe this is TikTok's way of striking the middle ground, I guess.
I still think the feature of like people viewing your profiles and stuff like that, it's 100% copy from LinkedIn. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I
It
mean, like
is,
creepy
it is.
features like TikTok. We all have a lot of weird content there as well. And the thing is, I see the comments. I see a lot of simps there. I mean, I'm not saying this only from guys. I see from girls as well. You know, equal rights. Woohoo! But yeah.
Equal
That's
rights
the
and
thing.
equal responsibilities.
Correct. So that's the thing. Like creepy function. I mean, I do not know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like I find it to a certain extent. At least you will know who is viewing your profile. That's good. But at the same time, like it's a bit creepy lah for
Yeah.
me. Like I start seeing random people seeing my profiles. I'm like, who
Yeah, so
you?
I guess that's
what
why
do you want from me?
I guess that's why they made it an opt-in. It is very creepy, but once you turn it on, right, you kind of like get sucked into this whole let me check out who has viewed me kind of mentality. And because you opted in, and because you can see, the other people who opt in can also see. So
Okay.
it works both ways. But if you opt out, you can't see what who sees your stuff, but people also cannot see who see your stuff. So yeah, it has to work both ways.
I guess if that's the case, then I guess that's fair. That's
And it could probably
very
work
fair.
with influencers and all that as well, I guess, because they are actively trying to figure out where their demography is, and it's a good way to figure out who are your audiences and who's interested in what you have to say.
Correct. I mean, like mainly because the thing is, this creep function for me, the best thing I can think of, like, okay, let's just say I'm an influencer. I'm looking forward to see new demographics. Then you can start seeing those individuals that are, because with this creep function, you get to know whether are they just viewing your profile or are they following you? Are they engaging to your content? Then you can filter out from there itself.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a like you said, it can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I Jaypal Singh will do the ending. So, are you going to do the voice? Are you going to do voice?
Wait, weren't you supposed to release your full name like stage by stage? You just did it just now. You just told
I mean,
everybody.
like-
It's not even February yet.
No, it's Jaypal Singh. Last month was just Jaypal.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
February,
That's good.
guys, February. I mean, like, wait till you hear my father's name, then y'all will laugh. I think Sean, you know, right? I mean, like, you should know.
I don't think I got your dad's name.
Okay, never mind. Later, after the
So it'll be
podcast, we
revealed
talk.
to me as well. Yeah, it'll be revealed for me as well.
All right, with that, Social Media Weekly podcast is available on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook.
If you like Social Media Weekly, it would really help if you could rate and review it on a podcast feeder of your choice and on YouTube, so more can discover it. Social Media Weekly is on the lookout for a regular co-host to help bring us some more depth to the show. If you're interested, simply drop me an email at Sean, that is SHAWN, at virtualpeddlers.com. This is Social Media Weekly, episode 26, January 2022. My name is Sean.
My name is Jaypal Singh.
And we will
Kepala
see you
pusing.
next week. Oh, yes, wait, hold on. Next week is...
Tong
next
Chang.
week will be Chinese New Year. Yes! So,
Tong Chang.
happy Chinese New Year to all celebrating.
恭喜發財，新年快樂，新年快樂。
Thank you. And, happy holidays to everyone. I think it's going to be a long holiday, right? You take a few more days off and you have the whole week off.
I mean,
So-
yeah, I love, because the thing is, it's you can take off from, I mean, the whole week, yeah. I mean, starting from Saturday, Sunday itself, the whole week.
Yeah.
Because Chinese New Year, I mean, like, Sean, from what I know, Chinese New Year usually lasts like the whole week. I mean, like with your gatherings, your open
2
house.
weeks. 2 weeks. Minimum 2 weeks. It's crazy. Every single day. And you know what happened yesterday? I left the curve at 7 to go for a dinner in Kota Damansara.
Okay.
I reached at 8:15. I can
How?
walk. I can walk from the curve to Kota Damansara and it would take me less time. The traffic was mad.
People restocking on their alcohol and their oranges lah. What? We can't blame them, right? I mean, like, it's festival. It's been a while.
It has been yes, I think so. It has been a while, and everybody has brought all their cars out. I think there's a household of 5 people with 5 cars, and they were decided, hey, let's all bring our own cars out instead of carpooling.
They can fill in more
Crazy.
things.
Yeah,
They can fill in more things.
They can fill in
I-
more
I-
things. Yeah,
I like their thinking.
yeah.
All right.
Man-
So with that, anything else?
Happy Chinese New Year, everybody. We'll see you next
Chinese
week.
New Year, everybody. We will see you. So next week, are we doing it?
I'll let you know. I may be busy.
Apa-apa Roger. Okay. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.